Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of November 17th. And at this time I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, and for sharing with others, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched, and also hitting the hype button. Thank you so much for doing all of that for me, as well as all the lovely comments. I do truly appreciate them. Thank you. It makes my day and makes me happy to know that there's people out there that appreciate my readings. So thank you for doing that. All right. Eight of Cups. So walking away from something with determination. Understanding you can no longer just sit on the fence with something. And you put time, energy, effort into this as well for many of you. And it hasn't given you back even a quarter of the energy you've put into something. And you're realizing it is time now to understand, yes, it was a disappointment because you really did put some effort into this. Now, whether that's a relationship or a job or family or friends, but you're also finding your own footing. And you're walking away. You're leaving behind the disappointments, the letdowns, because you have solid dreams that you want to move into. And you're realizing now that it's time to say goodbye to things that don't serve you. And that's people, places, and things. And walking in a new direction. You can see the light at the end. You're realizing it's time for you to move on. It just wasn't easy for you to cut the ties. But you've come to a conclusion this week that those ties are literally holding you back from your dreams as well. The Ten of Pentacles, yeah. You know, you have a legacy that you want to build for your future. Financial security, longevity, and success for, your family. And you're realizing that the only way you can bring that dream to light and to reality is you can't keep wishfully thinking about it. You have to take action. So this is your security for your future as well. And you're realizing that there's a clock on this. There always is on everybody's life. But you above all have either inherited something or been given an extra hand, something that you realize you need to cherish and build on from there. So it's going to give you that little extra leg up for your future, and you're not about to waste it. You are very determined now to bring your future to a reality. So that's beautiful, and it's taken you a lot to switch your life around. It's not easy. You've sacrificed many, many things. But you also realize that your dreams are somewhere else now. You're, course correcting and straightening up your life, if that's, a nicer way to put it. And the Hermit, yeah. Taking that time out for yourself. Looking at others around you, seeing where they are, what they have. You're doing some soul searching. Asking yourself very wisely, following your wisdom, knowing you won't tell anybody else, but just tell yourself the truth. You're seeking it. You're looking for it. You want answers. So you're going within this week, disconnecting from others so that you can figure out how to go about things, what's expected of yourself for yourself before you follow that light. So you're just having this little bit of time to see everybody else's life around you, how they are, where they are, that sort of thing. And then you will help yourself step into the light for your own future. And the Queen of Swords, yeah. Whew, cutting some pretty strong ties here, using your words. And you are very good at that, by the way. Don't sell yourself short on that. You're very good judgment of character. You put up clear boundaries for others. And you understand what a commitment truly means. You do. Once you decide to do something, you will go all in on it, whether it's relationships, place where you live, the job that you have, whatever that takes for you, family. But you also want the respect back. And you are now in the seat of understanding. You may, in some cases, need to tell them, this is how it's going to be. And you have no qualms about cutting people out of your life. You finally come to the conclusion that either they're with you and going down the same path, or you're stepping onto a new one for yourself. Oh, Page of Cups. Now there could be romance coming in for some of you. But there's definitely some good news coming. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to take that step. And it's going to be quite surprising to you. It's going to delight you, but you're going to get a message from somebody, and it is going to not only surprise you, but it's going to help you realize your dreams. Not that you haven't already, but this is going to give you that insight of, aha, this is the universe talking to me, and you're listening. Now, this could be a new romance for some of you. So maybe somebody is, holding their cup of love out to you, telling you what they feel about you, or you could be doing this to somebody else. But you're doing it wisely because you know that you want it to last. You don't want to waste your time and energy on things anymore. You want them to be something to look back at and smile for your future. And the Six of Rods, yeah. Finally, people are starting to recognize just all that you've endured, all that you put up with in all areas of your life. They just sort of thought you were this carefree person that, but you are much deeper than that. And people are starting to realize just how much of a strong person you truly are. And you're not afraid to do what they're afraid to do in most cases. You'll do what it takes in order for you to have what your dream is. And this is people finally starting to see that part in you. And finally saying, holy cow, wow. So you get to stand up and, sit there on your throne because you've earned it. Going, I did this for me, and be proud of it. Ooh, there's an opportunity coming this week, and it is an opportunity for your future. So you're going to get some pretty important news this week that is going to require you to step up and say yes or no. It needs a quick reactant. You have to make a quick decision here. You've wanted this, you probably said this in your dreams, but it's something that you desired, this change, and all of a sudden it's here, and you're sort of like, wow, wait a minute, but you're understanding that you have to take this chance and try, because you'll forever wonder. So this could be you having to travel somewhere as well in order to get this dream off the ground, this opportunity, this new forward movement for yourself. But it is going to, help you get your desire for your future. So, wow, it's going to be a pretty quick decision. Here today, gone tomorrow sort of thing. You might be sitting at home having coffee. You get a phone call or a text message from somebody saying, hey, if you can get here, we're going to pay you X number of dollars. You got a full-time job, that sort of thing. It's going to be so quick. Or, we have a house here for you that you can have. Whatever it happens to be that excites you is the message that's coming in this week. Whew. And you finally get to step out of that over worry, over stress, over analyzing. You spend a lot of time going over things in your mind. Like I said before, everybody seems to have this vision of you that you have no cares or worry, but you do. You just don't share them with everybody. You keep more within yourself than people realize. And it causes you stress, worry, sleepless nights, You know, wondering how your future's going to be, if you should have did that, all the major questions. But you're realizing it's time to stop overthinking things and take that step, take that leap of faith and see what happens. If nothing, it's okay. If it does, whoopee, you know, that sort of attitude. And that's what you're finally starting to realize about yourself. You get to step out of the shadows and go into the light and start again. Yeah, look at that. Woof. Tower card. Yeah, that's why. And that's okay, because you can see the writing on the wall. Maybe others are denying it, but you can see it. So you're stepping ahead of others, knowing that what you want for your future is not the vision of others. This is yours, and yours alone. So you're course correcting for your future. You're not thinking about it. You're not overanalyzing it. You can definitely see what's happening, and you're not denying it anymore. You know, this sudden change, this upheaval, however you want to paraphrase it, is going to help you to awaken again and release things from your past. You know, this is your sudden insight, aha moment. And it's going to help you to change a lot of things in your life. Really is. You are about to make a major shift. A better one for yourself, but a shift it is. Yeah. Oh, 9 of Swords. Stress, worry, anxiety, sleepless nights. Over things you cannot change. The past is the past for a reason. It was to teach you. You've learned. You know, you've hit your bottom. You've got depressed. You had your nightmares, your insomnia. And you want that now to all stop. And you're realizing the only way you can stop is step off that merry-go-round. Change your direction. Change your way of thinking, how you handle things. It's not going to be an easy switch, but a switch it is. And whether you're willing to do it or the universe is going to do it for you. But there is something big changing here this week that is your shake-up, your wake-up call. And you're going to see it for all it's worth. And this is your chance to do what it takes for you to move forward. And the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's somebody coming in to help you, give you a hand. Show you the way to, you know, get to your dreams or your desires. This is your creativity. You know, you're following your heart's desire. You're very charming, considerate, and caring. This could be you following your heart for a change. You know, you help others just because they look like they're struggling or they need that extra hand. And that's what you do. You step up to the plate because that's who you are. Now, this could be somebody offering this back to you for a change, giving you that insight, that leg up. But it's going both ways for a change. And the Empress, yes. Stability, comfort, nurturing, you know, good parenting skills as well. So this may be one of your children, if you have some, coming to you for wisdom. You've made an accomplishment, a growth period in your future, in your life going forward. And you can proudly sit back and feel good about the choices you made this far. Yeah, they weren't easy, but you own them and you fix them, you correct them, and you help yourself go forward. So you're really making a huge step here for yourself. And the King of Rods, new beginnings, new opportunities, sure of yourself. This could be you starting a new business or stepping into partnership with somebody, but you can see the bigger picture and you are taking charge. You're overcoming challenges. This is a career focus card, and you're stepping into your entrepreneurship for your future. You're not scared of it anymore. You're owning it because you know that the only way that this can change is by you taking your power, and you're doing that. So congratulations on your new choices. They're going to change a lot of things in your life for the better. You'll get to finally see who you are that everybody else sees. And that's a beautiful picture. All right. You have what it takes. If only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you are not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Haha. There you are. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you again next Friday. Bye for now.